Namaste. Welcome to RAJESH IAS Academy. First of all, from our team, we congratulate each and every aspirant who have gone a step ahead towards reaching your goals by attending this free mock test. Consider the following pairs and identify the appropriate meaning for these terms in quantum physics. First and basic things, what does mean by quantum physics? We all know that physics have a definitive laws, like different classical laws, law of inertia, you have different types of Newton laws, and all the properties were well defined. But under quantum physics, all these properties will not be applicable as it is. Example, I'll give you a deeper thing. If a particular molecule of a larger in size has certain properties that it is reacting to the environment at a certain temperature, or it is non-reactive, or so many properties of a particular organ, a particular material or a molecule at a larger part will not have the similar or same properties when the same particle was taken at a tiny size. That is, the atomic size or subatomic size molecules will behave differently and have different properties when compared with the same particle of a larger in size. This is in simple what is quantum physics is. I'll give you one more example. A particular particle will behave like a wave and also like a particle, quantum, at the same time. So there are so many qualities to describe what comes under the quantum physics. As we already know that new development technologies is a topic which is exactly imbibed in the syllabus of GS3, that in reality we learn it as critical and emerging technologies. The ongoing technologies which are very crucial for the development, but they were not completely yet evolved into a larger scale, or they were not completely made understandable to the society, were called as critical and emerging technologies. So this question comes under the quantum theories or quantum physics, which is critical and emerging technologies topic. So in that you have certain terminologies. UPSC may ask such type of questions particularly. You can see first thing is superposition. What does mean by superposition? We know the position. Generally the meaning of the position is you are at a particular place at a particular time. That it was the position. What is the superposition? Can you imagine that you can be at multiple places at the same time? Can it be possible to us? Generally, when we apply the general laws of the physics, it is an impossible task. As I already told you that the general laws of the physics will not be applicable to the quantum physics. So the concept of superposition is what? A particular particle is present at multiple places at a single time. We already have given a detailed explanation in the classes, because here I just want to give you the meaning of it so that we can go through the answer. So superposition is that. And next thing is entanglement. What does mean by entanglement? Something which is linked with each other. So take two particles. Yes, just now I told you, take a single particle. The same particle is present at two places, even though these two places, one is in US, you think, and the other one is in India. Even though the two particles are at a larger distance, even though the two particles should be considered as a single, means a single particle is present at multiple places at a single time is superposition. Think that you have disturbed the particle which is at the US, then automatically the particle in which it had earlier linked with the other particle will also get disturbed. So this concept is called what? Entanglement. That is, when you or when anyone disturb a particular particle, wherever this particle is present throughout it anywhere, all the particles will also get disturbed, which will make the hacking impossible. I think you have watched in movies that whenever we search for an IP address of the hacker or anything, sometimes we can see that the same hacker position is being shown at the multiple places throughout the world at a time. That is also the concept of this only. So entanglement is disturbing at a particular place will also have an influence on all other particles in which this particle earlier had a link with. And next one is tunneling. Generally, if you throw a particular ball onto the wall, then what happens? We generally expect, according to our general physics, we expect the ball to bounce back. So can you imagine that all of a sudden, when you throw, it didn't bounce back and it entered into the wall by not damaging the wall. So that is what quantum physics, that is what tunneling. Even though in a normal mechanism, a particular particle cannot pass through the barriers, but under the quantum physics, even the particle will pass through the physical barriers also. That concept is called tunneling. As I already told you that quantum physics and will be definitely not in link with the general physics, the properties will not be same. So superposition, entanglement and tunneling. And once again, I want to tell you that if think that such type of match-based questions were given in UPSC, one trick I want to share with you. If one pair is mismatched, then definitely think that other pair gonna mismatch too. Because definitely the meaning of this particular term should be given in this three only. So if it is wrong, then the other one will also be wrong. What is the wrong one? You have to choose. That's it. So as I told you, coming to the answers, particle magically crossing a physical barrier. Just now I told you that is the concept of tunneling. So as I told you, superposition is not matching with this, then definitely what happens? The other one will also be mismatched. So till now in UPSC examination pattern, single in forms of like matching pairs, we did not find a pair which is mismatching only one pair. That is definitely one pair is mismatching, then there are 99% chances that the other pair will also mismatch. And the particle existing in different places at once, just now we already have discussed, that itself is superposition. And once again this is wrong. Yes, particle influence behavior of a faraway particle. That itself is a concept of entanglement in the quantum physics. So here neither of the option is matching with the pair. So answer is, actually the question is, which are incorrectly matched. So answer is, all the options given here are incorrectly matched. All these topics we already have discussed in detail with a graphical representation too, and better examples and even everyday life examples in the classes. So for more updates, please do go through the app and download the app to get avail of all the classes of SNT. So next question is regarding the nuclear technology. As we know that many times in PYQs it was asked. So what is the basic difference between a nuclear fission and nuclear fusion? First of all, both has a similarities too. That also we have discussed in detail in the classes. Here we just go through the question that nuclear fission process and fusion process. The first option you can see, atoms or nucleus. The atom nucleus breaks into the lighter nuclei. Yes, the bigger atom will be breaking into the smaller nucleus during the fission. Whereas in the fusion process, it is like a chain reaction. That is where a single particle or a single thing will be processed into two or more light nuclei. And this is a continuous process. Like continuously from the single molecule, you can get through multiple nuclei like this. So nuclear fission process and fusion process is both, in both process, energy is a common thing. That is, in both process, energy will be released. But in, as I told you, in the fission process, the process is different. That where a single molecule will be converted into what? A multiple nuclei thing, subatomic levels. Where in the nuclear fusion process, two or more light nuclei particles will be combined together to form a single nuclei or thing. Like for example, how the hydrogen will be converted or fused to form the helium in the sun. So both fission and fusion, hope you understood. We have got a detailed explanation also. So the first option is right. And second thing is, as I already told you, that the process which is undergoing in the celestial bodies like the stars and like our sun is whether fission or fusion. Just now I have given an explanation. That is fusion process. It's not a fission process. And the nuclear reactor, we will be using that uranium-235 in order to generate electricity at a larger amount is the fission process. So the second option is right. Wrong. So first option is right and the second option is wrong. So select the answer using the code given below. So answer is only 1. So next we're going to discuss about the fourth question regarding the cyber crimes. Cyber crimes in India are increasing day by day, and because of the penetration of, yes, we have encountered, sometimes we also encounter or sometimes we have seen in news that certain messages or the emails we are getting based on the fake profile that we are from the sophisticated company and we will be providing you better services to give your personal information to us. So we want your whole certificates, we want your pass outs, all these things. This concept of stealing the information of others by pretending that I'm a genuine company is called the concept called phishing. I'm sorry. That is the concept called phishing. So that is the right one. And second one is virus. So in basic biology, we will be learning it. That how the mechanism of the virus works in a similar way in the software and information technology. The virus works in the same way. Whenever we all know that we'll be using the common terminology for everything. Whatever happens to our gadgets or our like any automated machines, then immediately we used to tell that it was stuck because of the virus. So not all types of thing is a virus. There are so many different terminologies that you'll be going through information technology topic, and we already covered it. So virus is what? A group of a program or a set of algorithm where think this is the software which is your application, and when the virus is imparted into your device, then it will enter into this app. Once it enters, whenever you open, what happens to this virus? It will pile up. It will increase its number. Many times you would have observed that your Gmail account was not yet fully, the memory of your Gmail account was not yet completed or not yet used, but sometimes your Gmail is full, your storage is full. Sometimes you have encountered such pop-up messages there. So that is because some virus is there. Virus is a set of algorithms. When you use that particular application once again, it will pile up. It will increase in number. So gradually what happens? If you are using a particular application, so you open once, then virus will double. Again, you have opened the application to use something. You don't know that the virus is piling up. But after a few days, the app doesn't work. This is because the virus will not make it work. So option is right. And the malware. Malware is malicious software similar to the virus, but that will be trying to gain the sensitive information which is there in your computers or anything. So most of the time hackers use this. So these are the basic terms which we have to go through information technology. Already we have a syllabus now, that is awareness in the fields of IT, robotics, nanotechnology and all these things. So it comes under that topic. So answer is identify the terminologies with the information technology. I asked incorrect statement. So all the statements are correct. So answer is none of the above. And going to the fifth question.